I think you use him to win the lanes. That is the main.
One
Tank switcher seems
Yeah,
good.
use him to win the lanes.
Yeah.
And
I just don't think that's the EG style, though.
Next teleport first.
Well,
Tank more, you
something's
mean?
getting through, it looks like, and with a ban on a Tusk, it looks like it might be the Nature's Prophet. Will EG decide
I don't
to
think
pick it up?
I don't
All right.
personally
Well,
like EG with Nature's
I
Prophet
think,
so much.
you know, Gods, we'll give you a little credit here. PPD agrees with you that the Fada Invoker was the problem.
Yeah, look,
phase ban.
guys, I'm telling you, Cloud Invoker.
Come on, you should be seizing this opportunity to flame Merlidian.
You know, oh, and flame you as well. 5 minutes in that game, LD's like, this Invoker, like, I'm jumping into their camp.
Yeah,
like,
he
his
jumped
Invoker's
ship
not-
so quick.
I would, LD,
I still question the
You're
item
off
build.
this ship, you know?
I still question the item build.
Fada Invoker was not like the MVP or like a necessarily a different thing in that last game, but he was stable. He did what he needed to do. He gets the job done.
Dude.
So, what do they go with? We don't see EG to go for Nature's Prophet often, so do you build a spot instead with your Enigma, your Darkseer?
You don't have to pick those first though, because Team Liquid don't play them
Enigma.
as much.
So, Liquid could secure the Venge and +1 Venge Prophet, maybe?
I don't think they didn't really have problems dealing with Black Hole, even when they had nothing to cancel the BKB Black Hole, but
That was with the Lone Druid Radiance and also just a lack of vision from EG. I feel like maybe EG wants something like the Beastmaster this game, so they have... That was the one thing I also felt EG had issues with just getting the jump in fights. Like, they had Nyx, but Liquid always had sentries ready to go, so you're not going to just be able to walk in.
yeah, that's why I was talking about the blink on the dark. So someone else needed to be able to do it.
But don't you think they needed more vision that game? Or it could have made a difference?
I mean, it definitely could have made a difference,
Yeah.
but I still feel like there are still things that they could have done better in the same lineup.
Oh yeah, I mean, they definitely still could have won that game. Well, normally Liquid, if they can get Prophet first phase, they take it, so I'd be surprised if they don't. Ooh, fuzzy, was that?
Dire Ursa.
Okay, time to go Vision. Maybe Beastmaster to scout the Roche, I think.
Do you like Beastmaster versus Ursa? So once he gets the Ags, the roar is really underwhelming.
You're just talking about that, right?
Well,
I mean-
that's one of the aspects of it.
I mean, that's one of the aspects of it, but at the same time, the reason why Ursa is so good is because of his early game. He takes Roshan. Like, his tempo is way too good and way too fast, so you want someone to actually scout out the times where he's doing Roshan.
This is an offlaner that's more annoying for the Ursa to lane against, the Darkseer.
I'd like to see an Ember come out, I think, for
EG?
EG, yeah. With the Darkseer, I think they need a very fast-paced hero, though. Drought typically gets banned out in the second phase when you see the Enigma, but I think they need something fast to contest the Ursa. It's not enough to just see him when he does Roche. You have to be able to fight him in the pit, especially when Team Liquid like to draft Phoenix with the Ursa on Dire.
Well, it's interestingly Liquid that are the most worried about getting pushed down early. Even though we talked more about them as the team would be using the push strats.
You want them to draft like a mid to later game strat, and then if they do that, then the Ursa can continuously get the Roche. But if you contest the first Roche against an Ursa strat, Ursa becomes significantly weaker. So I think that's the timing that you want to hit. You get the mech on Enigma, like you want to hit around 7 to 8.
And
I
just
think
run into the pit basically.
you want to take control of those two towers, the Dire mid T1, Dire bottom T1, and then control the Roche pit. You don't have to like constantly have vision. You have to be able to fight there. That's the most important thing.
So without Drow being available, could it be plausible we see the RTZ Lycan come out instead this game for EG?
I still think Ember just gives us a way better fighter. The Lycan's also good for pushing down the towers and getting the
And it's
pit.
a Vision as well with the wolves. So
Yeah.
Well, that would be the Sumail here.
I highly doubt we see Sven again. And NP Ursa both. We've seen what the Sprout can do. We've seen Ursa matches up well against the Sven in general. I mean, it fits like, what EG want to do. It's just like it's not a good matchup against those heroes.
I really like the Sumail Ember as well. Great at hunting the Nature's Prophet.
Good
Very
synergy with the
difficult for Ursa
Darkseer.
to kill unless he gets a lucky bash.
It's kind of interesting that Evil Genius doesn't ban out the Venge though. Like Venge plus Ursa, and especially versus Enigma, is very, very scary. Makes the Roshan even more threatening.
Do you think ODs works if you want to try and take that first Roche fight? Like if he's got enough levels and just stat items?
EG have proven that they don't really care about the OD. They've let it through multiple drafts. So
Big hero for Liquid as well to keep an eye on is the Death Prophet, I would say, going into this.
yeah, this probably would be really good. I like it for them.
Fada's Invoker is already banned. I think Death Prophet's his next best hero, if not his best.
because right now, when you talk about the Roshan, Liquid doesn't have team fight, so you want team fight heroes to help you fight at the Roche pit. Because it's going to happen, right? You have Ursa, and just in case it happens, you want to have team fight so you can actually protect the Ursa and
They're a bit
the
light
Roche
on
area.
control right now,
Yep.
so... Are we gonna see the Phoenix again, do you guys think?
I mean,
Phoenix,
we're
Puck,
going,
like these sort of heroes.
Yeah, Puck and Phoenix are both
Yeah.
pretty good. Like, you need lockdown for the Ursa to kill heroes.
Queen of Pain.
Even
There's
Liquid,
the head drop.
Liquid is like, they know that EG might actually switch to a dual core strat because the one core strat didn't really work out so well in the last game. So they ban out the Queen, which can also be a hero that can be very strong in the Roche Pit because of the Sonic Wave. Good team fight.
So Ember, if you want to run it now, a bit less appealing because we've seen
Silence.
that Ember versus Death Prophet matchup,
Yeah.
which is just a disaster in a 1v1 for the Ember.
I think if they run it, they have to
Has
run
to
it
be
on
safe
safe
lane,
lane.
Yeah. So then
Because
Arteezy would go mid.
possibly, because I think Prophet is
Guys,
Prophet,
Arteezy can play Ember, like
Prophet on
I
off
mean,
lane.
why have him play when Sumail is just more comfortable in the
because
hero?
they want a mid hero for like a different mid for Sumail. It's a I mean, just saying it's a possibility.
I mean, I think when you are playing Prophet off lane, like Ember safe lane is also very hard to deal with because he can actually kill you very easily
Yeah.
with the chains and the
I
when
like
he's
the
level
idea of a
6.
safe lane Ember.
It's pretty problematic. Phoenix plus Death Prophet plus Ursa, they're gonna have a lot of trouble contesting, or EG's gonna have a lot of trouble contesting the pit, and Liquid are gonna be very comfortable in the team fights that they have, very comfortable with the lanes, the Roche potential.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
that-
Phoenix game.
it's just how they play, right? They play very well around each other. They just draft heroes that are good, very good at playing when they are 5-manning, good team fight. And EG right now, they have to decide whether they want to go for even more team fight or they try to draft to dodge the fights and just try to play around that. But it's gonna be hard
Why do you
because
guys think they
Ursa's pace is too fast.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Why do you think Witch Doctor?
It's good versus
Specifically.
it's good versus the Prophet. Like you want to support, like I mentioned in the last game, only Bench and Witch Doctor I feel the better supports to deal with the Treants in the lane. And you have good team fights, so
I mean, Witch Doctor has been a favorite for EG. They've picked it up 10 times this patch and are 5-5. Their fourth grab, though, something a bit different for them. The
Vision.
Zeus.
yep, Vision number one, secondly
fight.
team fight.
and even like more towards the dual core that you kind of talked about. Yeah, Zeus isn't going to be like a right-click and carry, but he scales really well. Does a lot of damage.
Well, and it's magic damage, which I mean we saw last game. The Fire Spirits can be a real pain in the ass, and if you're relying on a spend to hit
Yeah, I
people.
think Zeus is just like extremely good versus DP because you want to be able to burst her down in team fight. So
Yeah.
he fits that role very well. And
So they'll ban a Kuroki hero here. What's the? They've already banned two.
huh.
I mean, there's Bench. Anything else that comes to mind?
Bench is pretty good for them.
They have absolutely no stuns. They definitely want some catch, like Shadow Shaman, Disruptor.
Anything that can
He
set up
plays
for kills.
CM is a Kuro hero. The CM, like the aura, really useful for the Ursa, particularly.
It's
But
actually not a bad Shadow Shaman game because if you just get the net off on Darkseer with Ursa there, he's gonna
Bench.
die.
Well, I think
Get
Freeze
the double
pretty good,
between
too.
wards and the egg, but
Oh,
Nyx
ooh.
Assassin
There's
coming
some
out.
stuns.
The greed is real.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a bit greedy. It gives them some lockdown control, but
This could be if he has a good time, 4 in heroes.
wow,
Okay,
did not see that one coming.
it's good for versus the Death Prophet, good versus the Egg. You can use your song to actually waste those ultimates.
Great
and,
around the Roshan pit
and
as well.
snare against Ursa.
This is a completely new playstyle, really, for EG. We have not seen them run anything like the Naga
This is
Siren
like
in
4
such a long
protect
time.
1. They're gonna try and
Yeah.
dodge fights and just split up the map.
Normally, it's always been like more 5-man push or like team, or at least heavy team fight with the Tide Enigma. This is just
Can still be a heavy team fight. Sleep in a black hole. Oh yeah.
sure, absolutely. They can actually defend towers. That's the thing. You can set up for that and take advantage of the fact that there is no stuns on the dire side outside of the Nyx. So all you've got to do is prepare for the Nyx as the Enigma.
Well, we talked about Blink on Darkseer last game, but now you don't need it. You've got the song in the black hole.
Seems good.
Seems good. All right. So with that, our draft is complete. Let's send it over to the arena now where we have our casters Toby 1 and Synderin.
Thanks, Dakota. Yes, we are back and rearing to go. EG versus Liquid, game number 2 here in our lower bracket final for the Shanghai Major. It is time to find out if EG can force us into a third game up against what is again massive comfort heroes from Team Liquid. Huge success rates on every single one of these heroes, and something new and different coming out from EG for their draft.
Yeah, it's kind of the you know, EG start with their standard opener, but they take it in a different direction toward the 4th and 5th pick. Oh, wait a second, we've got trouble for PPD!
He can't get out of this one. The Spirit Siphon, no he can. The Fairy Fire gives him just enough life.
Clutch. Yeah, this is one of EG's biggest strengths as a team, in my opinion, is that they learn very fast from losses and adapt to their opponent. The question is if this is the right choice, but it's definitely very clear that they've put some thought into what the problem was in the last game. They're still giving Liquid a lot of their comfort picks, and now they're trying to go about it in a different way. And I like the fact that Sumail is on a more scaling core in mid this time, playing on the Zeus. And then, of course, the split push might be a big problem for Liquid to deal with in general. They draft so heavy team fight, but their wave clear in this game is pretty mediocre. The Naga is going to be really, really hard for them to manage if Kuro gets farmed.
He just smoked up between the towers, and now he's going to come in and put down the Observer.
He's going to kill the courier.
Can he actually get it? It's got the bottle on it. It's Sumail's bottle. Jirax Observer Ward, he sees it all. This is going to be huge. And there it is. The bottle is down. Jirax will take it. And EG will start with a crippled Zeus in the mid lane. This is such a huge play and well worth the smoke expenditure. And look at Fada. He instantly pressures Sumail as deep into the lane as possible. The crowd here is going nuts. They're not the they're not the biggest fans of Sumail after what happened back at DAC and shortly after it.
If there's anyone they want to see courier snipe, it's him. It's just how it is.
And now it just makes for a real rough lane.
The good news for EG in this case is that Zeus is actually one of the better heroes when you lose your courier. At the very least, you can try to farm with Arc Lightning. Vata is playing very aggressively. I think they might consider maybe rotating over the Witch Doctor to help mid a little bit. But Sumail will still get some CS. He's not going to get shut down entirely.
The issue is if you put Witch Doctor on that off lane, Arteezy just takes direct damage. It's not a full PMS going up against Mind Control. And Mind Control's already had himself, he's getting some good levels now on the bottom lane as the creep wave comes under his tower. Then once the phase boots are up, Arteezy's going to take a lot of damage if there's no pressure applied to Mind Control. And Urstu and Jirax instantly moved up to the top lane. They tried to keep Universe off that top. And Sumail, he's actually been forced all the way back to base, but he had no other choice but to do this. Because even after he had that clarity on him, Fada read it perfectly, he came forward and he cancelled the clarity as well. So there's no mana regen, there's no Arc Lightning, there's no pressure applied. And now you got a 4-0 CS Zeus to a 6-3 Death Prophet. But more importantly, it's almost 2 full levels advantage coming the way of Crobulus. And in fact, no, the timing was a little bit off. I thought Kuro, but I just realized he only got mana burn at the moment. But he caught Universe very, very low on life. And will block up that camp that he was farming.
And the thing about that courier snipe too was that he tried to play it the safe way. He actually tried to run it around the trees, so the Phoenix of Jirax just very well prepared.
What do you do against this?
This is not what you do.
Sumail's gonna go down! Huge blunder, not moving backwards, staying in range of the Spirit Siphon. And Fada is just being gifted the young superstar's head on a platter. On the bright side, he can at least have his bottle. On the downside, his TP's on cooldown. He has to walk back to the lane.
I think he wanted to try to bait Vata to dive too far so that Fear could help him out with the Enigma, but
there's no black hole on Enigma. You're not going to be able to get the kill over
even if Fear comes in, they can kill him. Top lane Universe, it's going to be alright.
It was an impossible Stomp for Kuro to land to get that kill. Oh, they're TPing in Mind Control as well now. Universe knows crowd PPD. They'll add the paralyzing castle, buy some space, but not enough of it. Team Liquid. Well, it's the Ursa that gets this kill.
And they're gonna get the tower too. Mind Control has... Oh! He's got the Nature's Call ready.
EG really needed to find a way to slow down Team Liquid. It almost feels like in their draft, that's what they were searching for. Well, I suppose it's one way to slow him down, pause the game. But like Arteezy, once he gets level 6, then you've got the potential to TP in, as well as then Naga Stomp. So you can stop Team Liquid from just rolling with the momentum and just controlling up, well, every single play. Get a kill, take a tower kind of thing. But they need to have that level 6 on Arteezy, and like what's going to be lost in the meantime? Your tier 1 tower in top lane is 100% gone. The Darkseers only get a level 2 Iron Shell. This isn't really enough to stop the Team Liquid push through top. So if Team Liquid want to, like Death Prophet's going to hit level 6 pretty soon. Like either they rotate the rest of Liquid into the mid, and you take that tier 1 tower in mid, or you can just keep pushing in through top. Mid seems to be the more attractive option.
It is truly dangerous for EG in this game, considering how much momentum Liquid have. If they play this well, I think they're already in a position where they can take the 3 tier 1s within the first 10 minutes, or at least the first 12 or 13. And that opens up the map so much for Prophet to farm, for Ursa to do Roshan. EG are just not fighting ready yet. This time around, the greed on Enigma could backfire, since their lanes need more help than what they're used to. And Witch Doctor tried to help top, he died. Where are you gonna go?
Nowhere, man. Apart from down. Like, this is a real problem for EG. Like even as they just had the cameras on the big screens here, over on EG, you just have Arteezy, and it's like his hand is just like in this. It's the full not like this kind of pose coming out. While Team Liquid, like Kuro's there, he's chipper, he's chirping, he's letting Liquid know, like, come on guys, we're in a great position. We just keep attacking, we just keep pushing and playing. That's all they got to be able to do. Oh man, this crowd is so anti-Samael. Proper TP's in, steals the bottom rune, so Samael, like he's already sending the bottle back on the courier, but it would have saved him some time and had some level of presence there. And Fada, okay, hello middle lane. He's preparing himself on PPD. It's like, well, what's Samael gonna do? He's clarity'd up. He can do some level of burst damage, but this is a Zeus that doesn't even have boots. Like the boots are coming on the courier right now, Samael. We're 4.5 minutes in. The dreams of something like Veil to amplify all of this damage just, like, it's exactly that, it's a dream. At least they got a lot of farm on Fear. Like this is the upside right now for EG. It's a 3k net worth advantage for Team Liquid, just over 1.5k on the experience. But you do still have a level 5.5 Enigma farming up inside the jungle.
Huge lead minute 5 against an Enigma team though. Like, that just means your lanes have been crushed.
Yep.
Or at least one of your lanes has been crushed. Universe also very low farm. He's level 3 minute 515 with 6 CS. Also very uncharacteristic for him.
Well, they warded up his camp. And now Kuro goes to the top lane realizing that there's nothing really that Universe can do on this off lane. So they just like push the experience now into Kuro. So you have this level 6 Nyx assassin hunting on the map. It was already difficult enough for EG. But once you start putting hunters on the field for Team Liquid, and easy support rotations, like Mind Control's 5 levels in now. Like if he's able to hit his level 6, you got his TP support to arrive, you got the Rats of Nature, and you got the Nyx Assassin initiation. And you've still got a heavy push line from Liquid, and a lineup that is on Roshan, finished the Mask of Madness on the Ursa, and Roshan's sitting there begging to be killed by Liquid. And there's nothing that EG could really do to stop it. Song of the Siren is still not up, and they don't have any kind of vision around the Roche pit either to scout out this.
And Matumba just got his level 6 in his go time.
Look, Samael's not even trying for the runes anymore. Mind Control denied up the bottom rune with a Trent. Samael just walks back to base. He's almost playing this like AUI used to play this for EG. Run to a lane, spam everything you've got, go back to base, TP back out again. It's the only way to keep the sustain up for the Zeus.
That was as a support though.
It was as a support, but that's the position Samael is forced into. Like he is the 4th lowest net worth on the field. The only one who is lower is PPD, who is sub 500 net worth. And now Matubman's going to grab Roshan. Team Liquid, they're going to expend a lot more Fada, attacking into Arteezy. Mind Control, they actually lock him in with a Sprout. Arteezy, he's going to get away to safety. That last ghoul won't do enough damage. The Sunray's kicking up, but Jirak, he's focusing on TPD. The Crypt Swap, oh! Barely on target from Fada. Count your lucky stars. EG almost just lost all 3 lanes with the rotation down from Fada. Jirak's going to hit him with the Sunray. Now his top lane, Beard's going to be spike carapace up by Kuro. But he hides inside of Vendetta, so there's no rebuttal that EG can get apart from maybe a little bit of damage to the tier 1 tower on top. But they lose their tier 1 tower on bottom. Team Liquid, oh my, this game is theirs. It's been pretty well shoved down the bag.
they got everything they came for and more in this game. They've done everything right. Their movements have been good. They got the courier snipe. They dominated the lanes. They got a couple kills. They took Roshan. They're taking towers, and they're losing nothing. They even have a level 7 support Nyx minute 8 in this top lane in a moment. He just needs another creep or two. And if you're EG, it's very difficult for them to find a way back into this. You probably have to try and fight. They tried to adapt in this game with a different kind of draft, but they're being punished so damn hard that if they just slow play this, it's not going to work. I really don't think so. Arteezy will not be able to have the space for much longer.
Yep.
8 minutes in, they lost 2 towers. The third one is on the radar of Liquid. They're going to go mid.
And he really needed, like, EG needed to have their mid laner have so much more presence. Like, Farda's been free to do whatever he wants in the old lane right now.
Arteezy.
They're gonna go again. He's crowded up, and the mirror image will let him fade out of it now with Delusion. Well, they don't even go for Delusion, they go for the real one, but Holloman's got the kill. Arteezy is down.
And he's going full greed, by the way, on the Naga. He's not skilling his ultimate. He's level 7 with 403 build. This is the best farming build, of course. But if you just die once while farming like
they
this,
need
the
that
song
like
point.
even like a Song of the Siren into a good black hole, like that would do work for you. Now EG with a 3-man smoke, they're gonna surge in fear. Mount the sub, Midnight Pulse, paralyzing can't too far away. They have to come into black hole, and Thunder God's ransom mail. Revenge will finally come their way. However, it's PPD who takes the money.
That's not ideal. That kill really needed to go on some mail.
It did, but at least Samal can now afford Arcane Boots. So he's got some better level of sustain, but again, you take a fight, and he has to walk back to base. How much lane time is being lost here? That you just look over towards the experience, there's a reason why it was 6,000 in favor of Team Liquid. In fact, the gold was almost, it was 7.5k until they kill over on Farda.
This means that these big rotations from EG are actually worth it, because they're getting so much gold from them. But now we're gonna go mid. Zeus ult is on cooldown, Black Hole is on cooldown. I don't think EG stand a chance of taking this fight if Liquid just show up with maybe even just 4 heroes would be enough.
Dude, Farda is invincible right now. You can't even fight against this. It's a level 1 exorcism, which isn't that fantastic against the towers, but doesn't really matter. Now Sumail. Oh, Jirax, he wants to go. He's got Nova ready, and Kuro slipping him behind the line. Sumail is actually trying to scout out for him with these lightning bolts. He needs every bit of mana he's got for this team fight, but they've lost their tier 1. Fortification's gone. Kuro gets a stun in. They go for the Nova. Sumail! Halved in half! That is a very, very angry bear, lit on fire by Team Liquid. There is blue blood everywhere, and it's EG that's bleeding. And they're going to take the tier 2 tower as well. Team Liquid, there is no mercy. There is no white flag on the Liquid door. And they may even get a bottom lane PPD. The TP out, no, the paralyzing cast. There's just not enough damage. It actually stopped Jirax from finishing the damage with the Sunray. Send, how does EG stop the bleed?
I really wish I had an answer to that question.
Like if they had a profit, maybe split push, but they don't have a profit.
It's like one of those moments where you're just like, okay, we lost the laning stage so badly, and our draft isn't even that good at fighting Liquid right now that I don't see, you know, the best suggestion I can give is that they have to try for a smoke play. They need to wait for Black Hole and hope for the dream fight. Nothing else is gonna work.
Well, your only dream fight then is having vision over on Team Liquid, and like
they need to bring the wards with their smoke.
Sumail can't even get experience here. Kuro, there's Wrath of Nature in 3 seconds time. Kuro's gonna go on this. 2 seconds, 1 second. Sumail lets the ulti up. It reveals Kuro's position. Okay. So maybe they don't go for it. He still takes both the creeps. Sumail did all the hard work for him. God, I swear, like, this is like the Rumpelstiltskin kind of style. They're not just taking EG's firstborn, they're taking the second, third, and the next genetic line.
They want to get Farda.
Well, they might be able to. There's no black hole, however, so Universe is back. Control gets to be there. Now Inca's mind control. You turn on the Sunray, Universe is burning down. The paralyzing cast again. PPD just cannot get in range in time. And you got rotation. Kuro's coming in behind. He's not going to get there in time, however. He is visible. He's attacked by the range creep, so that's flagged the fact that the Sentry was there. Jirax needs a little bit more mana. Oh, mid lane. Song of the Siren just defensively used. That's basically tier 2 tower lost on top if Liquid want to force it.
EG are going to lose all their towers, that's for sure. So what they're going to do after that, or maybe, I don't know if they're going to try for it before, I still think the smoke play has to succeed. They have to try to find some sort of pickoff. Kills right now give a lot. If they can get a kill into tier 1 tower, that's the start of opening up the map and buying time for the Naga.
You have no
It
vision
needs
though. Like,
so
how
much
do you
time.
smoke play? Like, you're blind smoke walking out.
I'm ready for better suggestions. I'll gladly take any better
The only
suggestion you
suggestion I have is Team Liquid basically play Ring a Rosie, all hold hands, walk in as 5, get caught by a Song of the Siren, which is going to cool down for another 2 minutes.
I don't think
and then you
EG
black
can
hole
force them to do that, though.
No, they can't.
I don't think...
No, it's Liquid lose this game. Like, that's it. Like, EG don't win this game. All they can do is try and capitalize on the mistakes of Team Liquid. And, well, where's that Wrath of Nature? PPD's giving it a little bit more life right now. And Goro, he's in pretty deep. The Wrath of Nature will kick him, but it's nowhere near enough damage. And Universe, he's trying to back him in, but that's a piddly attempt because it's a level 1 vacuum on a Darkseer.
Kuro just zoned 5 EG heroes on his own. At boss mode. Meanwhile, Matumba is farming their jungle. Prophet is farming top lane. He's going to farm their own jungle. Always ready to join for the fight. Well, this is about as one-sided as a game gets against evil geniuses ever.
Send, all I can
Team
say
Liquid are playing unbelievably well in this final.
All I can say is I'm glad we actually had our black hole in
Lower
game
bracket
1.
final. Damn it, Toby! I can't think anymore. Oh, in trouble.
Bourbon! They move out. The Yule Step is going to buy us some time. Universe is still here, and they will get the kill. Now they have to get...
again.
What?
Oh no! He's not actively trying. He really isn't. And at the end of the day, they need to secure these kills and get them. But you really want this gold on the Naga if you can. Naga or the Enigma. Just building towards some sort of core items that can maybe give them a dream team fight later on.
And at least the vision's now coming up for EG. The really sad part is there for Kuro, I mean for EG, is the fact that Kuro just got hit by the, and they instantly just D-ward out. They had the vision, maybe they can catch out Jirax. The paralyzing cast can balance the stun. Not the best layering, but Icarus dive away is quite simple, and they at least save their ward for now. But it's not that much. Like, it's a small moral victory. The other one you could probably say is Special Arteezy. He actually has the highest CS on the board. He's at 115 CS on this Naga Siren, 3.3k gold on Arteezy. He is the only hope. Oh, no, not again! Not again! Mind control! He is literally playing Operation Mindfuck right now against EG. They cannot go anywhere on this map and feel safe, secure. Someone find them a comforter.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
So that was PPD's anti-booster. So the 2 kills that he actually took allowed him to afford those arcane boosts. But now they don't even have that, and he needs these arcane boosts to actually give mana to Sumail.
And they're trying to find this ward since the Courier's Knife came out. They've tried 2 lightning bolts, didn't find it. This ward right now, placed on the Radiant side. If Sumail
they'll find it now. They'll find it now. No, it's well, that doesn't help him. Right here, right here, right there.
Man.
Right, little googly eyes, like, it is right there. No! It's here! We can't give you any more direction. He's coming down for another one too.
Oh, they saw that one being placed, it looks like.
So they can, okay, Sumail, like, can they actually get him up some levels in gold? No, PPD took that one as well.
Damn. He's gonna be rich.
And now bottom lane, Team Liquid, they're going to take the second tower. Kuro staring down Arteezy, he's just mana burning him out, but Arteezy, this is the critical. Remember, this is the only way EG can actually have some level of win condition in the next fight. They have to get this Radiance over on the Naga Siren. Then it's just illusion spam towards Team Liquid. You bring them down before they come into the fight. You have to inflict some level of damage on Team Liquid to make that work. The other upside is just how much pressure is being applied up on top lane. EG, like, the gold from the tower actually means so much at the moment. Staying alive, however, is the trick while you're adding this pressure. Universe, I think he's dead. If he runs down and doesn't TP, he's dead. He goes to the tree line, starts the TP. Arteezy, get the hell out of there. Kuro's gonna find him. They go straight into the Nova. Stun, Siphon, Arteezy. He's got the relic, but he's 40 seconds now on the sideline.
That's a tier 2 as well.
Yep. But as we said, like this was bound to happen. You had to try and work it out. You had to try and get some level of space. He at least didn't burn the song with the sirens. So EG has some kind of condition here. TPD, TP successfully out. But a fresh Aegis Immortal over on the top, and second Roshan by 18 minutes for Team Liquid.
They actually didn't go for the top tier 2. A little bit surprising, but maybe they just feel like they can play it a little bit more safe here. They don't have to get
Are they
down
going
this
for the win
top
play?
tower yet. Oh, they're definitely not going high ground yet. That's for sure.
There's
There's no need to.
You're
Find a
18
pickoff
minutes
first.
in, like you could wait for the BKBs to be completed. I was actually waiting for Mind Control to finish his BKB for such a long time. He's held that O Club for a long time. But someone's actually got the O Club and the Mithril Hammer both on the Courier at the moment. Yeah, he's actually, like, they're dumping stuff, because right now Team Liquid is so rich, they can't fit it all on one Courier. Alright, so Team Liquid, the BKB still isn't on the Ursa, but he's got the Aegis Immortal.
Alright, they actually want to go. Okay.
This is dangerous. They are so grouped up.
Well, it's not that dangerous, but Midnight Pulse and Zeus is really good at holding high grounds. I think it's kind of difficult for Liquid to get in.
I want to watch Kuro's position as well as Fardas.
It's on cooldown now, though, the Midnight Pulse, but that creep wave is very far away.
The two things I kind of want to see in this upcoming fight is if Kuro is able to get a stun onto the Enigma. It's maybe even one of those times where you don't want to throw down the Midnight Pulse just because of the peril of Spike Carapace.
He has to pulse.
If he pulses and he doesn't catch Kuro before he Spike Carapaces, he's never going to get a black hole off. And then Farda's silence is the only other thing that would actually stop that black hole control. But even then, like, the damage output during the black hole is, like, you're right, he has to pulse because there's just no real follow-up damage at that point.
It's more that he has to pulse like he did just then. They have to pulse the high ground to prevent the... Like, just do whatever damage you can and prevent Liquid from coming in. Like,
Matumba.
damn, he's taking a lot of damage here.
He is. And, well, there's Thunder God's Wrath. They'll burn the Aegis to the Immortal. That only lasted for just over 2 minutes, and Team Liquid, they did minimal damage to the tier 3 tower with an Exorcism, so with the ultis down, or Aegis and ulti down, they're kind of going to get out of here.
That could have been smoother, but end of the day, they still gain.
Well, they didn't
EGR 5-man clumped inside their base, not split pushing at all. Mind Control is free farming at the same time. They lose the Aegis. I think Liquid could have definitely played that cleaner. And not lost anything while still dealing the same damage to the tower. But
I was just surprised they don't just go and take tier 2 tower in top lane. Like, why force the tier 3 tower in the mid?
yeah, they could have probably taken that. That's what I was thinking earlier, just get that at least. But, you know, I said that it wasn't that risky what they did, and it also wasn't, because if it goes wrong, they lose like 1 or 2 heroes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they want to do a little bit of damage here. They did manage. Now they chill and just farm again. And if you want to talk about risk, you can talk about EG trying to take a step outside their base. That's a risk.
Yeah. The only way they can do it is with fakeness. Like, they actually have to send, like, you see this Naga illusion just trying to make a break down the mid lane
Oh, you got
so she can
Radiance.
reap the rain. Like, that's all you can do to try and relieve the pressure.
It's a start. But
It
there's
really
so
is, like-
much further to go. For our
Like
team.
right now, instead of just saying, okay, this game is over, as commentators, we could easily do that and say, you know what, this game is over. Team Liquid, no, GG, let's just go home. Or let's just move on to the grand final.
I mean, we can go home if we want,
There's another
but
game.
I think we should stay for the finals.
Yeah, probably. Good idea. But Team Liquid, man, like, they're playing this so protective. No risk Dota. So, the only fear I have is you're still giving Arteezy space. He's not getting real experience, but he's getting money. He's up to another 1k gold. If he can actually reach the Mantis style and get closer towards something like an Octarine, maybe then EG could actually win on the split push, because Team Liquid split push.
We're talking 10,000 gold here.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't have a map.
I'm not saying it's going to be a quick kind of play. Like, we're talking like EG would only win this game in like 60 minutes after Team Liquid have taken 2 horrendous team fights to give EG enough money where they actually have some damage. But the high ground defense of EG is still quite good, and that's why Liquid refused to go up.
Liquid are going to build multiple BKBs and a pipe, it looks like. Or at the very least, they have the cloak on Jerax. BKB is up on Fada, BKB is up on Prophet, BKB is up on the Ursa.
Wait,
So
is this tier 1
BKBs
tower
already-
finally going to go down?
No.
It's actually just outside of deny range as well.
But if Mind Control sticks around too long, he could be killed off here. If he goes for this next creep wave, they have a potential pick. They saw Kuro.
PPD is trying to. Like, you see the 2 sentry wards he also places here. They're looking for Kuro. They want the quick pick and get the hell out of there.
That was kind of you.
Okay. Is it worthwhile for Fear to build a Rod of Atos? He's currently walking around with a Vit booster. Is it enough, like, to try and kite the Earth that way? Because I'm looking at probably a Diffusal Blade build arriving for Matumberman very, very shortly. Not to mention he's already got a BKB. Or is it just a value item so we can try and survive a little bit longer?
I don't know if there's any point in upgrading this Vitality Booster. I think Atos is pretty bad when the enemy team have 3 10-second BKBs.
But what else do you get right now as
Crimson
Fear?
Guard? I don't think he gets that either. I think he has to get a blink. Like, it's too late now to get a BKB most likely and try for that play. So you have to just hope for any sort of opportunity and just believe in Universe's Darkseer to set you up. So a 4-step vacuum into a blink black hole where they catch Nyx. Actually, Nyx is the only counter they have to the black hole. They also have the Yules. They have Yules on DP and Silence, yeah. So they need Nyx and DP.
Yeah.
And then it goes through full duration. There's almost no way Liquid can kill him off during that. That's the fight win condition. That's the game win condition actually. Yep. They have to get a fight like that. But
Universe.
what are the odds that Kuro's going to place himself next to Fada in a fight?
Check out top lane. TZ going to go for the ensnare. Universe can't really help him out. He's got the 4-star, so they can catch up, and they're already okay. Inside the base, Fear is down. Double buyback, not big, but Matumberman triggered his BKB. He's out of mana, PPD, paralyzing can't. Mind Control is still in very deep inside this base, but they can't reach him in time. EG were really trying to set themselves up for a top lane fight, and well, Team Liquid, they did it in game 1 where they jumped in behind while EG were looking elsewhere. The smoke and mirror play from Liquid worked beautifully.
Top tower is being attacked.
And this time around, they forced a double buyback. But no big abilities down for EG, and that's why Liquid don't keep the pressure up. But it's still Stomp. Like, if life wasn't hard enough for the youngster, like, he's 0-3 on this Zeus, and he just had to buy back. He's got 71 CS on a Zeus, 25 minutes in. Like, his net worth is sitting at 5.1k.
Oh, Universe. Good force pass. And gets out there. Barely.
And goes Wrath goes again. EG tried to smoke up and find some kind of collateral after their buybacks, and they just couldn't get anything. But still, EG have done something which they haven't done really in the last 10 minutes. They're moving outside their base. Okay, they killed the... They're not going to keep that orbs up there for very long.
$20,000 gold lead. 25 experience. And Roche gets a fast respawn. How convenient.
Wow. That's actually only like 10 seconds worth of time for the respawn.
They're not even checking yet.
No. They could just send a tree in anyway. Mind Control comes in. Yeah, these are the ward's going. No way EG can keep vision here. The only way they do keep vision is just by continuously sending out TZ out. He bought the BTs before he finished up the Manta style, but he's into the Yasha. The stats will start getting up a little bit higher. And this at least gives some options for split push. And there's the Blink Dagger. So Blink Dagger, Darkseer, and Enigma. Like, Fear is actually building the Atos. I don't know if you mentioned that, but he's actually got the Staff of Wizardry. Unless they feel like they need a second Force Staff in this fight.
Maybe the reasoning is that they want to try to kite Liquid during their BKBs and then they can run them down.
But then Force Staff would be the better way of doing that, not the Rod of Atos.
Atos is just really good against Ursa after that, so you can kite. And you can maybe force him to BKB when he doesn't want to with the Atos as well. It's not like it's a bad item or a bad item on Enigma. It's just not a good game situation to buy it in. But then again, there's like, you know, when you're this far behind, there is no like perfect purchase that's just going to bring you back in the game. Yeah, you have to rely on just outplay. But I do think there's an item that gives them a better chance than an Atos here.
Kuro is really visible right now. I don't know if he knows he's under a sentry ward, but that's going to look so juicy right now for EG. Kuro actually, yeah, he doesn't care.
Just
even when Vendetta runs out, it's just like, yep, come at me, bro. He's almost got his Aghanim Scepter as well on this Nyx Assassin. And this is a support Nyx, we have to keep that in mind. And Team Liquid, while the Midnight Pulse is down, remember they still haven't taken Roshan. Like, Roshan's been up for a good minute and Team Liquid have not looked. They could have an Aegis Timon on any of their heroes right now. So in a way, they're making it a little bit easier for EG to try and defend this. And here comes Exorcism. So EG, how do you take this fight? There's no Blink Dagger on Fear. Universe still, actually, he's got 4 points up in the back, but they're very, very spaced out here, Team Liquid. And they just take the tier 3 tower by range. Observers and sentries down, so there's no way to easily get in. In fact, they do see that Orb Sword from Liquid into the base. But the melee rack, like, they're just letting it go. DZ moves forward, Kuro, now Universe, they get the BKB out from Fada. The back, okay, Nyx Assassin just popped. Universe, the Soul Siphon, the physical damage, Fada swap. They pop the Death Wall, but Fada's heal. He kicks it up the end of the ulti. Hirax will dive in, and he gets the Nova off. Paralyzing cast, buying a little bit more space, but EG, they've lost one. The Mail, Lockers out of Sprout, they've lost two. No buyback. Team Liquid, they will complete the bottom rack. They can rotate mid, but they do not have the ultimate of the Death Prophet. The Song and the Siren is down. Wall is lost. How much damage does Team Liquid feel like they can inflict? Not much more. They're gonna back out.
Yep.
And can they please take Roshan?
They should chill. They got the racks. They lost. They're currently down Kuro as well. And they should know that Roshan is definitely up by now.
Yep.
And they don't have Exorcism. Exorcism is the high ground tool. That's what enabled them to do what they just did. Slow and steady siege. And here we go. Matumba Man. Gonna claim the third Roshan of the game. This is gonna have cheats, and this Roshan just ends the game. If EG can't come out and contest this, it's very difficult to imagine how they can possibly win. Like, it was hard enough there. There was no Aegis. Now there's a cheese, another 5k lead. You know, I'm trying to hold on to straws for what EG can do, and I can't even find a single one on most at this point.
It's still Artur. He's the only one that they can rely on, but
he is so far behind par right now. And it's not because he's played a bad game. It's just the whole, like, the draft just didn't work. Sumail got shut down super hard, and their options are just very limited with their picks of doing anything if Zeus doesn't come online.
There's another courier to die. Is it?
Oh no. Oh, Fata's actually running randomly to buy his
Octarine. Oh, he sees it, he sees it!
God.
Courier's got no bonus movement speed. It's the Manta style recipe. They need that Manta. The funny thing is though, Arteezy doesn't have the money to actually buy it yet. So he sends the courier up to the other place he can buy an Orb. It's all the way up in the side shop on the top lane.
You can't do that anymore.
Look, Mind Control's looking for it. Oh yeah, you can't, it got taken away.
I don't know if Arteezy forgot or if he thinks this is the best place to hide the courier.
It is. Like, there is nowhere else to hide it. Mind Control came in looking for it. Wait, is Tirax? Does he find it? Oh. It's so far up though, they're not going to see it. Oh wait, it's coming back down again. Does he have the money? He's got the money in like 5 gold. The courier, like, you do realize there's no trees there, courier. Oh no, the creep wave! Don't go over! Don't go over! Just everything is going wrong!
Oh my!
You realize just how hard EG is on tilt when something like that happens. And now Team Liquid, they just go up. They look to forces. They can snip it. They got fear. Caught out with the helmet. There it goes. You've lost everything. EG, there really isn't a hope anymore. Even Universe finding it out. There it is. Team Liquid, they will take it. 2-0 against Evil Geniuses. The panel was saying at the start, Team Liquid, maybe they're the ones under pressure. EG, they won TI. They've been in these positions before. Is it Team Liquid that have to pull out something different, something unusual? Nope, they pulled out exactly what they've been doing this entire tournament. And EG just had no response to it at all in Game 2. And even in Game 1, it didn't look good after that fight when Matumbaman and Mind Control's play on the back line. Oh, what a series. What a play in Team Liquid. What confidence to carry through into your grand final against Team Secret as well.